Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. I have been gone a while. And I'm sorry. I really want to get into the routine of doing this more often, making it more of a habit than it being, oh, I feel inspired, let me put it on YouTube, when I feel inspired generally most of the time. So I'm lazy. That's what it is. I want to stop being lazy and stop uploading more often. But recently things have happened. I've moved house. I'm living on my own in my own house without my parents for the first time. So I'm living in a house with my boyfriend. This is our bedroom. This is his side, so that might look a little bit messy. But I'm also messy. You should see the side of my bed over here. Mess. But yeah, I'm living in my own house now, kind of getting into my own routine again, getting comfortable into this house. I've been here for a couple months now, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it, but hoping to make this YouTube thing a bit more often. So I'm hoping to have a filming schedule every weekend essentially. So I am back today with a quick brown smoky look, like an everyday look. You can dress this up or dress this down. Today I've dressed it down. Normally I wear lashes and eyeliner with this look, but today I have just put mascara on, and it's just a warm brown smoky look, all matte with a nice inner corner highlight, and quite simple on the face as well. So this is the look I've got for you today. If you like what you see and you want to see how to get done, just keep on watching. Today, because I'm using quite a full coverage matte type of foundation, I'm going to be using a more moisturizing, luminous primer, and that today is the MAC Strobe Liquid Lotion. There's the Strobe Cream and the Strobe Lotion. The Strobe Lotion is better for people with oily skin like myself, and the Strobe Cream is definitely a bit more moisturizing for people who have drier skin. So I'm gonna rub that into my face everywhere. It's still moisturizing, which is good. So I choose, depending on what type of foundation I'm wearing, again, I choose something that's more moisturizing when I'm wearing a full coverage kind of matte foundation. But when I'm wearing something a bit more lighter, a bit more luminous, I use something that's a bit more mattifying. Just going to let that sit in on the skin for a moment. And then the foundation I've chosen today to use is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation by Tarte. This is in the colour Fair Sand. And I'm going to buff that into my skin today with my Sigma Flat Kabuki. I normally have a makeup palette, but I've left that downstairs, and now I'm ready recording, so I'm not going to go downstairs. But I'm just going to wipe the back of my hand to make sure that's clean, and I'm going to pop that on the back of my hand, starting with this amount first because it's full coverage. I don't want to use way too much. And I'm going to go in and put that all over my face. Okay, now that's done, I will go in with my two types of concealer. Firstly, I will use the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer on my face, and then I'll use the Naked Skin by Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer underneath my eyes. But what I do first is I get my concealer on my hand, a little bit like that, and then I just grab my finger and I put it in the places. I'm more spot correct than putting it everywhere. So parts that are still showing through, I'll just put it on my finger and kind of just cover the areas that just need correcting, because it's not really my entire face. And instead of blending it in, I kind of let it sit there to dry up a little bit. I know it sounds yucky, but I let it dry up because then it becomes thicker, and then it covers easier. And then I would go in with my kabuki brush after that. So that's all placed now. What I'm going to do now is put my under eye concealer on my eyes. So underneath my eyes. This one I would do straight away, which is why I do my face concealer first and let it sit before I blend it in properly. So I do this one. I do about that much. And then I get a pointed kind of kabuki brush. This is one part of a set from Sigma, and I blend it in like that, and on my eyelid too. Now the under eye concealer is blended in. I will go back and just make sure the face concealer is blended just by tapping on it. Because I blended it in with my finger, it kind of really melded it into my skin because your finger has the warmth, so don't need to do too much, but I just want to make sure those edges are gone. Next, I'm going to set everything because I am oily. I do need to set my foundation. It's a lot of makeup, but I try and make it look as natural as possible, but natural looks really don't look good. I feel with blemished skin, although blemished skin is natural, it's not the kind of coverage I go for. So I do kind of generally go for the heavier coverage just because that's my preference. But if you're happy with your imperfections, then do whatever you like. Next, I'm going to set it with my MAC NC15 Pseudo Fix powder, and just with a kabuki brush. I'm not using a lot of powder, I'm just kind of using it to set it because, like I said, I am oily, so it could potentially move. So just pouncing that on my skin. Next up, I normally do bronzer. And bronzer because I just like to warm my skin up. I feel like if I'm using the wrong undertone in my foundation, the bronzer helps a little bit. So I'm going to use my Tarte Park Ave Princess. So I'm going to use my Tarte Park Ave Princess matte bronzer. I think I might want to try the shimmery version of this. I don't know, I feel like it might look nice on my skin. But I'm going to start on my temples here, my forehead. And my hair gets out of the way. And as per normal, I'm just going to under the cheekbone and down my neck a little as well. Because I'm going for kind of like a brown type of easy smoky eye look, I'm going to keep my blush quite neutral. So I've got this Tarte Bling It On palette, and it's got these really nice colours in it. I'm going to use this colour at the end here called Beaming, and I will mix it a little bit with Smashing as well. So I'll mix these two together. Beaming has a little bit of a shimmer in it, and Smashing is a bit matte, so just mixing them together gets those finishes kind of combined, and I don't want too shimmery but I don't want too matte, if that makes sense. So just placing it on this blush brush and really kind of giving myself more of a flush than anything. Okay, so once my blush is placed, I like to go back with my bronzer brush and re-blend everything just to make sure it all kind of blends into one and not just like bronzer blush sort of thing. So, and then next up is highlighter, and today I've just got an eyeshadow for an highlighter, and it's one of my favorites. This one's it's quite old of mine as well. I've kind of hit pan and I've had to repress it. It's a beautiful colour, but this is the Inglot ANC Shine eyeshadow in 30. So I'm just going to put that on my brush. This kind of just sits in my Z palette that I use. I'm going to put some of that on my brush and sweep that on my cheekbones. I'll also sweep some across the bridge of my nose here and a little bit on the tip, the ball of my nose, and then I'll take a little bit on my finger and do my lips, my top lip, and whatever's left on my brush I just kind of dust it on my forehead. Then again, like I did with the bronzer, I'll go ahead and blend my blush on top of the highlighter just to make sure everything again is all blended together. Okay, so that's the face pretty done. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer so we can look at the eyes right up close. Okay, so moving on to my brows, I'm going to use a pomade. I'm using this by Colourpop. It's called Black and Brown. I did colour my hair black, but it's since washed out, so this is kind of like a warm tone brown, darker than normal, because my hair is still quite dark, but there's still bits of it that are shining through red and brown, all that kind of stuff. So I've got that on a small angle brush, and I'm just going to start doing my eyebrows. Now both eyebrows are done. This one always turns out way thicker. This one's thicker than the other one. I can never get it right, and I apologize if that offends you. I kid. I can never get it right, but their eyebrows are cousins, not sisters, whatever they are. But I just blend them out with a clean spoolie, especially this side. I feel like they just look so much better once you take a clean spoolie to them. I've blended it out and I can see that there's just a harsh line on the inside here. So I'm going to take a colour that's a powder now from my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. And I'm going to take this darker shade here that's kind of similar to the pomade that I use, and I'm just going to use that to blend at the front of my brow here, just on this side. I've accepted the fact that they're not going to look even today, and it doesn't matter. Next, I'm just going to set them with a brow gel. This is the Anastasia brow gel. Again, this does some further blending. Just stops them from moving, especially because it's a cream product in your brows. It's good to set them anyway. Okay, next up we're going to move on to the eyeshadow, which is really quick and easy, I believe. This is something really quick if I want to wear like a bright lip, or if I'm just not going to do too much effort, basically. So it's a quick and warm brown smoky eye. I like wearing warm colours around my eyes because I've got blue eyes. It combats with the cool. However, wear it if you want to wear it. If your eyes are brown, really bring out that richness in your eyes. But I'm going to do it warm colours. Although my favourite colour is blue, which is a cool colour, warm colours around my eyes just accentuate the blue. So we're going to start with that. First things first, we're going to go in with a kind of like just an all over lid shade. I've already got the concealer and the powder on from before, so I don't need a prime, but I am going to put an all over lid shade on just so it's easier to blend. I'm going to start with this colour here in the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. This is the colour Smale, and that's just going to go all over the lid up to the brow. Next up, using a similar shade but a bit warmer, a bit more peachier. It's this colour here called Lateus, L-A-E-T-U-S, Lateus, and it's going on the same brush, just right in the crease area. Then the next colour is going to be, so there's only 3 colours in this today that are actually for the look. The next colour is going to be this colour here called Lucius, so it's a warm reddish type brown. Using something a bit more stiffer, like a blending brush but a bit stiffer. This is a Morphe brush. That's going to go all over the lid. After the colour is placed on the eye and blended, basically I'm going to go ahead and place more colour on the actual eyelid so that the colour stands out as well. This way the top bit remains blended, but we're just placing colour now to make it stand out a bit more. Once I'm done with placing and blending out that shade, I'm going to go back with the original brush that had the lighter colours on it and blend some more. Then using a bit more of a pointy blending brush, I'm going to go in with the same lid shade called Lucius. I'm going to place that underneath the eye. We're almost done. I'm not, because I said this is a quick blendy brown eye everyday kind of look for me, I'm not going to do lashes and eyeliner, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to leave it nice and blend and just do a nice coat of mascara. if I was to wear this look out, which I have done previously, I would curl my lashes, put liner on it and all that kind of stuff, and then put false eyelashes on. But today I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and do a generous coat of mascara. So I'm just going to do that. I'll be right back with you. Before I do anything else, sorry, I forgot to put my inner corner highlight in, which kind of brings the whole look together. So using the same color that I used on my my cheekbones, I've got it on my pinky finger here. I'm just going to place that on my inner corner. And kind of blending it in with the maroon color that's sitting on the eyelid there. That just kind of opens the eyes a little bit more. Now I will curl my eyelashes and do mascara, and I'll be right back. So mascara is done, and I've zoomed you out a little bit so we can move on to the lips. But I did use the, I have a combo. I've got the Revlon Bold Lacquer mascara. This has little fibers in it just to make them a little bit longer. And I also put the Maybelline Great Lash Black is Black on there. It's got a little wand, so it really kind of gets in and separates and makes them nice and big. But now I remember why I wear eyelashes all the time, because mine, they're no good. They're no good. And they look different on both sides. One's longer than the other. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, moving on to lips. I've got two colors here which are quite similar, but they're different. Both by Colourpop. One's a little baby one and one's a normal size one. But this one's called Bianca. This one's called Little Situous. And I think I might use this one today. Like I said, it's a quick, easy day-to-day look. So I'm just going to use this on my lips today. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the look. If you decide on doing something similar to this, then let me know. Tag me on Instagram. I'll leave all my links down the bottom. I really hope you enjoyed the look. I hope you enjoy the new filming space. I'm sorry if the light is off and on, but I can't control the clouds. If you have any suggestions for looks with any of the palettes that I use or anything like that, or if you want to see something, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your suggestions. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you guys here, and I'll speak to you guys in the next video. Bye!